Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Omen Plays, and welcome back to the channel. This is gonna be a different video for you guys because, I just wanted to feel like talking about GPU and, coronavirus is all around the world, and it's actually very hard to get, this stuff that I have in front of me. For example, graphic cards, water cooling systems, and also even cases sometimes, and especially processors. This is actually a Core i3 processor, and we're gonna get into that later. So this is just gonna be like it's not gonna be a review video. It's gonna be like a video where I'm gonna explain the PC component and parts availability. So if we get started, and we're just gonna first talking about let's talk about graphics cards. So as you guys know, the 30 series actually launched in September on the 17th. And those were the 38 and 39er, and I wouldn't call them paper launches, but they weren't decent launches either, but they were close to paper launches, which means that nothing actually got released. But a lot of things, at least I think 3,000 out of like in the entire world, because the 3,000 components got sold from Nvidia. Including 3090s, because of the coronavirus and how it's cut down manufacturing and a lot of stuff like that. But over time, things will come as Corona dies down. And for example, graphic cards, those are very hard to find, especially the AMD 6800 XT. Those are a very popular one, and the RTX 3080. Those are the two most competitive and most the most difficult thing to find. I would call the AMD a paper launch, but RTX the 30 series one was a little bit better. 3070 was a little bit better than the 3080 and 3090 launch, but who cares? I actually know a lot of people do. But I got one off of Facebook Marketplace for not too much over the price, but it's fine. I still wouldn't recommend you buying from like $1,200. $1,100. Nothing above $950 is enough for this. If you're still looking for a graphic card, there are leaked 4080 Ti's and 40 series cards coming out, but it's not certain. But whatever. So right here is an RTX 3080 box, and this is here is a GTX 1660 Super. If we move on from graphic cards, we're gonna come into CPU and CPU availability. So as you know, Intel has been lacking behind in the processor, processor unit, the processor stages. So AMD has actually passed them. This is the only processor I have. This is the Core i3. I think this is 7600K or something like that. Not really good. I just had it, so I just wanted to display it right here. But with the launch of the AMD Ryzen 5000 series, are really good processors. I still like Intel a little bit better because Fortnite and a lot of games I play is actually single core necessary. So, and Intel has better single core. There are other games where AMD processors do better. Those availability, I expect. So here's my theory, right? Even if the entire world, like everybody in the entire world, it gets cured, there is at least gonna be a few people who are not gonna be cured, and it's all gonna happen again. You don't know, and then it's gonna be a whole nother like a whole different coronavirus, or like another pandemic, because that one person wasn't cured. And if you guys remember, coronavirus only started off with one person and created this pandemic. What happens if everybody gets scared? Are they gonna go back to work? Everything's normal? No. Everything is actually not normal, because after everybody gets cured, there's still gonna be a threat of coronavirus. Now there's a possibility you might get coronavirus. You never know who might have it, who might not. What if you were out dinner and then someone ate something and then they got the coronavirus and you get it, and then more people get it, and it's unknown who gets it. So it's basically like the flu, but this is much worse. So factories, this is my theory, overall theory, I know you guys are getting confused, is that after everybody's cured, there's still gonna be a risk you actually might get coronavirus, because, well, if you think about it, even if everybody gets cured, you still don't know if someone has it. You never know. Which is why I don't know. I honestly don't know what's gonna happen for Nvidia and all of these Intel companies, AMD, any company, electronic company, any company has died down in production. Even car manufacturers like Ford, in these cars they have chips just like processors in PCs. They have these chips that control the engine and the entertainment screens, the entire driving system, and controls everything. Like it's like a processor. And those chips are actually high in demand and they're going down. For example, the Ford company, they recently had like a stock issue on chips, so the manufacturing production went down a little bit. But now I think it's fine now. But it's still, a lot of companies are facing this still, like Chrysler, Jeep, all these big companies. I just want to go back to graphic cards for a second, because I know that a lot of people that mine Bitcoins, Ethereum, I don't know, some other cryptocurrencies, they all mine those, and Nvidia has actually directly, they didn't even put up a fair fight, directly sold GPUs directly to these miners, which was I didn't like what Nvidia did. It just spoiled the reputation. So if we move on from GPUs and processors, those are the two most difficult to find. Now let's talk about cases and water cooling systems, such as this Corsair 860 and the Omen Obelisk case. This used to be actually my old PC case, and I still use this liquid cooling system. I actually did a video on this a couple of months ago, but I'm sure you guys remember that. I just wanted to, it's also actually pretty hard to find these, because if you look on Best Buy right now, I have like a video of that rolling right now. Some of the products are actually out of stock, and so is Newegg, eBay, not eBay, what am I saying? Not eBay, Newegg, Best Buy, Amazon. All those companies that sell these are actually somewhat out of stock. Not as much as this, but this is not really a big deal. You can always use, you have actually an option: liquid cooling system, water cool, or air cool. Or no cooling. I don't know who would do that, but no cooling would just burn the processor. Anyway, cases, they're not really hard to find, but you can still find them. But it's gonna be a little bit harder. You might not find your particular one you actually want if you're building a PC, but you might find it. It's not that hard to find. It's nothing compared to GPUs. But cases, there's hundreds of thousands of cases that you can choose from. There's only one RTX 3080 that's really good. It's big. If we go back to GPUs for another second, I would highly recommend this GPU from Asus. You just have a lot more control over it. You can download apps, and yeah. I know some people like some people in my comments want these things, and I know that for a fact because I have one of them. I know, but I know it's really hard to get them. I've been through it. I hope you actually get it, because I don't like these scalpers. But 2021, I don't know. It's all been 2 months, and we haven't done anything. We found a cure, but how long is it gonna take to cure everybody? Like, it could take a year. It could take a month. It depends. I hope people and manufacturers work on this, and I hope the coronavirus dies down, because if it doesn't die down, we're in for another 2020. Like, it's gonna be the exact same thing. Stay at home. But I honestly, it's a 50-50. It depends how hard these companies work. And if they work together, you might have a chance of this year being good. But for another 5 to 6 months, it's not gonna change, in my thoughts. Maybe even more. Yeah, guys, be sure to leave, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.